Sports Game Day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades. And it always takes someone being on your side.
Ready or not.
Gillette ProGlide and ProGlide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization.
We're good. Let's take questions.
We'll start with questions. Start with Ben Volen, followed by Mike Reese.
Good morning, Bill.
Hey, Ben.
Dolphins week coming up. They got a rookie quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. You've never played him before. What have you seen on him on tape?
Well, again, a pretty experienced quarterback in terms of the passing game and what they did at Alabama. He gets rid of the ball very quickly. Doesn't hold it much. Sees coverage as well. Is taking good care of the ball. Hasn't thrown the ball to the defense. But sees it, sees what he's got, understands the pressure, understands the timing of the routes, gets the ball out quickly, and has enough quickness in the pocket to make it difficult for the pass rush to get to him. He can run a little bit, but he's more, I would say, of a quicker guy in the pocket that's elusive and really wants to throw more than he wants to run. Again, he can run, but he really is a good passer and wants to get it out, get the ball out quickly into the passing game. He does a pretty good job of that.
And I remember a couple weeks ago, I asked you about Herbert. A couple other people asked you about Justin Herbert. You said where he was drafted was a different stratosphere from when you guys were picking. So that means Tua probably was as well. But just given your relationship with Coach Saban, did you study Tua much, have much contact with Tua during the pre-draft process?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a big medical question on Tua, really, especially around the draft time, was how the injury was going to heal. It was kind of I would say portrayed as he's either going to be fine and be good, or this could really be a serious injury, and just had to wait and see how the healing process went, and obviously it's gone well, and he looks good. So, but that was that was a big question on him going into the draft process, and that was March, early April, and I think if that's a player that you'd have a realistic shot at, that the physical would have been a big part of that evaluation.
So was your thought to check him out medically because you thought he might be dropping to you, or just because you wanted to prepare for him as an opponent?
Yeah, well, again, with a person like that, a player like that, you never really know what you're going to get until you go into it. It's different, but like the linebacker from Notre Dame at Dallas, Smith, end up going in the second round. So yeah, sometimes you just never know on that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Next question, Mike Reese, followed by Phil Perry.
Hey, Bill, when facing a left-handed quarterback, how important, if at all, is it to just have a scout team quarterback that's left-handed to just show the defense maybe a little bit of a different look than they might see on a regular basis?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly something to talk about and be aware of. And I think that it shows up in some of the play calling, or the extended plays that occur. Again, sometimes that's a little hard to replicate, depending on who you might have to do that. So if you could do it, that'd be fine. If you couldn't, then like a lot of other things, you just have to have an understanding of what it is, even though you may not get to see it every day in practice.
Their takeaway total is, I believe, tied for the lead. What stands out to you about their ability to take the ball away this season?
Well, just that they've been able to do it in a number of ways. Fumbles, strip sacks, interceptions. They've been very opportunistic, and they forced offenses into some bad plays and capitalized on them. And some of those plays have resulted in big returns as well. So not just taking the ball away, but taking away, running back for a touchdown. Like they did against the Rams and Arizona. Set up a couple of the short field scores as well. So yeah, they've done a very good job of that.
And yesterday, Jake Bailey was talking about how he used to watch Thomas Morstead just punting when he was sort of trying to come up the ranks at Stanford, just to try to emulate his technique. He talked about how Morstead swings very linear and straight, and how he likes to try to do the same thing. And I'm curious if you have ever noted any similarities between Jake's technique in that regard to Morstead.
I can't say that I've studied it that comparison that carefully, but Morstead's a real good kicker now. I mean, that guy's had real good, I would say, technique and accuracy. So like Jake might picked out somebody good to study.
Next question, Phil Perry.
Hey, Bill. You guys have obviously seen the Dolphins once already this year, but it seems like they've been one of the most aggressive defenses in the league this season. How would you describe just how aggressive they are? And is it a consistent aggressiveness? Does it matter based on the opponent, say how often they'll blitz, or is that a pretty consistent thing week to week for them?
Oh, I think it varies from game to game depending on the number of factors. I'm sure they have it in every week, and how much they do it and how much they disguise it. And they definitely don't always come. I mean, you have to respect, some of their third down blitz packages, but there's also plenty of times when they come up there and make you think that they're going to come and then don't come, and that's a problem too. So they do a good job mixing it up.
Next question, Ben Volen, followed by Doug Kyde.
Hey, Bill. I'm sure you must be aware that with your team's loss this past weekend, combined with some other games across the AFC, it doesn't look great for the team's playoff picture right now with just 3 games to go. What's it like for you being in this situation? It's been a while since the Patriots have been on the outside looking in. What's it going to be like coaching this team for this week and the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, look, all the external things that we can't control, there's no point in worrying about those. We're going to focus on our preparations for Miami and try to put together the best game plan and preparation that we can to go down to Miami and win. So that's what we're focused on.
Next question, Doug Kyde, followed by Chris Ryan.
Bill, I know that Miles Bryant played a number of different positions in college, but at what point did you realize that he would be able to do the same thing for you guys?
Well, it was probably his versatility probably started to he started to say show some versatility and do some things probably around the end of training camp and early in the season. We were trying to evaluate him at the corner position first, but between doing scout team and having depth just in general on defense, he's learned some other positions as well, more safety type roles. But he's a smart kid. He's picked things up well, and he's shown that he can handle multiple positions and multiple roles and function effectively in them. So he's done a good job for us.
And final question, Chris Ryan.
Good morning, Bill. Wanted to ask you about the position or what you've gotten in terms of production from the wide receiver position this year, and what you've seen from Damiere Byrd, Jakobi, Meyers, and N'Keal Harry in terms of growing through the course of the year.
Well, I think all those players have improved through the course of the year. Our passing game still is not as efficient as we need it to be, with really everything that's involved, the protection, route distribution, which involves everybody, tight ends, backs, and receivers, timing, and ability to execute and create separation in man-to-man coverage. So we continue to work on all those things, but Damiere's had a solid year for us right from the beginning, and N'Keal's started to come on here in the last few weeks, and Jakobi's had a pretty productive year as well, primarily inside, but he's also played outside in some of our two receiver sets and has been productive there, and has has shown the ability to block, and has been involved in some inside blocking plays and crack plays that have helped us in the running game, which our running game has been more productive than it has been in the past, and so I think our receivers have a role in that. So it's we still need to a lot of things we can improve on in the passing game, and everybody's working on them. We'll see if we can. We'll have to do a good job this week. This is a good secondary. They play good pass defense.
What have been your impressions of what Brian's been able to do down in Miami, and how closely do you follow guys who have been a part of your coaching tree?
Well, we're following them pretty closely this week. In other weeks we followed the teams that we were playing, and that's what we got ready for. But we'll come back and spend all of our time looking at Miami and trying to see how we can best match up against them, and so we'll see how all that turns out. I don't know.
Thanks, Bill.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan.
Yes!
DD Perks members get a $1 medium hot or iced coffee when you order from the app on Patriots game day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades. And it always takes someone being on your side.
Ready or not.
Gillette Pro Glide and Pro Glide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization. For over 160 years, our team has demonstrated a similar mentality. There are no days off. Our front lines are fortified by people who sacrifice individuality for the team. Our shelves are also stocked with the best quality products and ingredients. Our team members know their roles. We're proud to do our jobs. Shaw's, the official supermarket of the 6-time champion New England Patriots.
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan.
Yes!
DD Perks members get a $1 medium hot or iced coffee when you order from the app on Patriots game day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades. And it always takes someone being on your side.
Ready or not.
Gillette Pro Glide and Pro Glide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave